This is Wednesday. This is 3A3, rates and unit rate notes. A rate compares two quantities that have different units. A unit rate or unit cost has a denominator of 1. For example, if I have 10 shirts per 2 pants, my unit rate is 5 shirts per 1 pant, because my unit rate has to have a denominator of 1. To find the unit rate, divide the numerator by the denominator. When you divide the denominator, the denominator will be what you want one of. How to find the unit rate? Divide to find the unit rate. Multiply to find the rate. If Kayla made $50 in 10 hours, how much money did she earn in 7 hours? So I have $50 in dollars in 10 hours. I have 7 hours, which needs to go matching where my labels are, and I don't know this. So if I want to find my unit rate, I can, instead of finding the proportion, I can find out how much I earn for 1 hour for my unit rate. And so if I divide by 10 and divide by 10, I get $5 per 1 hour. And then if I want 7 hours, I can multiply by 7 and multiply by 7 to get $35. That is another way to solve proportions. So I divided to find the unit rate, and then I multiplied to find the rate of 7 hours. If Eric paid $18 for 3 books, I want to find the unit rate, which means I want 1 book. So I'm going to divide by 3. Divide by 3. Divide by 3, which means $6 per 1 book. Now it says how much would 7 books cost? So then if I have 1 book at $6 and now I want 7 books, now I'm at the multiply part. So if I multiply this by 7, I can multiply this by 7, and I get $42 for 7 books. This right here is the unit rate because it is for 1 book, and unit rates always have a denominator of 1. Azim answered 40 fluency problems in 4 minutes. 40 problems, 4 minutes. To find the unit rate, I'm going to have to go to 1 minute. That means I'm going to divide by 4. I'm going to then divide the numerator by 4, because anytime I divide a numerator and denominator by the same number, they're equivalent. And that's 10 problems. assuming he maintained this rate, because this is unit rate, how many problems could he answer in 11 minutes? 11 minutes, I'm going to multiply by 11, which means I'm going to multiply by 11, which is 110 problems. Any equivalent fraction is the same unit rate. So if I have any number, so say I have 14 over 18, that could be, I could divide by 2 on both of those, and I can have 7/9. That would be an equivalent rate. So sometimes another rate will be multiplied or divided to be simplified. Okay, if I have 27 over 21, that is also a rate. It is also proportional because all I did was multiply by 3 and multiply by 3. Okay? If I'm finding unit rates for things that are, I go to the grocery store and I buy things by the pound. So say I buy the potatoes by the pound, and I have $6 for 2.5 pounds. To find my unit rate, I'm going to have 6 and $2.50. And I'm thinking $2.50 and $2.50. $250 goes into 600, and what I would do is I would go here and here and here and here. My decimal would be here, and that would be 2, be 500. 100, drop down 1,000. How many 250s in 1,000? And that would be 2.4. So that would be $2.40 per 1 pound. And that is how you find unit rate. That is very similar to how you would do proportions and simplify fractions also.